What going on, guys? I try to give a lot of tips in each video, so you guys should definitely just knock yourself out. Have a Razor Empress marathon. Hello. I want to start a natural hair journey, or I want to start a hair journey, but I don't exactly know where to start. This is how I started my hair journey, or my healthy hair journey. I basically did a lot of researched how to grow long hair. At the time, there weren't many black women on the internet showcasing how they got longer hair, so I was taking tips from the Caucasians. Hey boo, I just pick and choose what might work for me. I got far enough just from research, and then I discovered YouTube. I'm gonna try to answer as much questions as you would want to know if you're beginning a hair journey. The first question I would ask you is, how is your diet? How are you eating? I know we hate when people say this. Seriously, what you eat and what you put in your body is exactly what you're gonna get out of it. You want to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, salmon, eat healthier. Now that we got that out of the way, the question is now how to take care of your hair, where to start. So I personally feel if you've never really took care of your hair and you just never really, you know, was into taking care of your hair and you want to start, first of all, you need to start fresh. Get a good trim. Trust me on this. I wish I did this in the beginning. I wouldn't have had a lot of setbacks that I had. It can even be close to like a little cut. Get you some fresh ends. Probably gonna ask, like, what's the purpose of trimming your hair? So basically you trim split ends and damaged ends. Your hair is supposed to be one strand. Okay, so this is one strand, right? If you look at your hair and your hair is doing this, that's no longer one strand, that's a split strand. If you don't trim that split end, sometimes it'll just go all the way up to your shaft, or it'll just keep splitting. And then when it keeps splitting, your hair is growing, but it's splitting at the same time. So it might remain the same length, or it just might look like it's not growing. Some people do it every 3 months, 4 months. So another question would be, what products should I use? Should I use products that are all natural? Should I use products that contain sulfates? What ingredients should I stay away from? I personally don't really care about ingredients when it comes to my hair, because this hair has to get done and I'm not thinking about all that. If you want to use all natural products, go ahead. If you want to just use any products you want to use and it's a test and trials for you, go ahead. If you want to avoid certain ingredients, go ahead. But the ingredients I would say to avoid on your scalp, not necessarily on your hair, because if you look at it, back in the day when our parents used grease in our hair was doing perfectly fine. Our hair was growing, our hair was healthy. I just wouldn't advise you to use petrolatum or mineral oil, products that contain those ingredients, on your scalp. Your scalp is not gonna breathe. You don't need a ton of products, okay? Okay, bring it back. Bring it right back. Get you a shampoo, a conditioner, moisturizer, a deep conditioner, maybe an oil. You don't have to commit to just getting those products. You can get it from the same brand, but just that's all you need. You can get a leave-in if you want, but having a leave-in depends on what you're gonna do with your hair and what kind of styles. If you want to know more about which ingredients you may want to avoid, I'll try to put some other YouTubers who go into details about stuff like that in the description box. That's not really my forte. Let's talk about co-washing. And what is co-washing? So co-washing is basically washing your hair with a conditioner alone. Would I advise you to do it? I personally don't see anything wrong with co-washing. You don't have to do it. I personally co-wash when, say, my hair has gotten really dry over the week and I don't want to shampoo my hair in the middle of the week, but I want to make my hair manageable again. I will co-wash. Sometimes when I don't have time to do my hair or do the whole thing, that's when I co-wash. But I don't co-wash as a means to clean my hair, because a conditioner can only get off as much buildup on your hair. Please don't just co-wash unless you're using a co-wash conditioner, which is like a cleansing conditioner, which is meant to cleanse but condition. If you're just co-washing weekly and you haven't like shampooed your hair, it's like defeating the purpose of getting your hair cleansed. That's what shampoos are for, to clean your hair, because you don't want a lot of buildup on your hair, because then products start to not work. And it's not necessary that the products are not working. Your hair needs to be cleansed properly, thoroughly. If you co-wash all the time and you haven't shampooed in years and that works for you, okay, I'm not giving anyone that advice. If you want to experiment and try that, go ahead. I'm just telling you, that's what shampoos are for. When to shampoo, deep condition, and how often. I personally will die. I probably shampoo once a week. I can probably get away with shampooing once every 2 weeks, because I don't really use products that cause a lot of buildup on my hair. Shampoo, pick a time, pick a day out of the week where it's good for you. Honestly, you can shampoo as often as you want. For instance, people who are not black, they shampoo their hair like every day, and I witnessed this for myself. And I was having a conversation with a young lady. She was like, oh, I have to shampoo my hair every day because it gets so oily. And I'm like, we don't have that problem. Well, I don't. I was basically telling her that black people do not shampoo their hair every day, because that will dry out our hair, cause our curls and kinks and coils to be very dry. She was just so surprised. It's so amazing how different each culture is, and what we can do and what works for each culture. But anyhow, we're not going into that. Condition. You can condition your hair as much as you want. Deep conditioning. Basically, deep conditioning is a mask or deep condition that penetrates into your hair shaft. The purpose of deep conditioners is to make your hair stronger. I would advise anyone, deep condition every time you do your wash day routine. Every time you shampoo, condition, deep condition. You're just gonna get more benefits. Your hair will be stronger, shinier, healthier. If you gotta make those natural concoctions with your mayonnaise, your eggs and stuff, go ahead. Should you do protective styles? So this is like a big topic. Some people do weaves, braids. I say do what you want to do, because I'm about to get me some weave, girl. There's a time where you just don't want to see your hair, you just don't want to touch your hair, you just don't want to do your hair, you just don't want to be bothered, yo. The thing with protective styles is you don't want to overdo it, because sometimes you might start to lose your edges. Your hair will get weaker. It's not exposed. That makes sense. But imagine a plant not getting any sunlight and it needs sunlight. What will happen to that plant? It won't be as water plants. Find a go-to style, but switch it up. Say I was to do my hair like this all the time, and I keep putting that ponytail holder in the same place all the time, eventually my hair is gonna start to break. Find out go-to styles. At one point it was all buns for me, then recently it was all wash and goes. Now it's all low ponytails, so you will know you always have something to fall back on. So if you want to try different styles and those don't work, you can fall back in your boy and be like, hey, what's up? When I say switch it up, I mean, like, you know, we have our hair, like, we get so bored and we just stick into this, you know. Like, sometimes it's good to try new things with your hair. If you want to cut your hair, cut your hair. If you want to cut a style, cut that style. If you want to color, boo, color. But just have fun with it. Don't limit yourself. But no, certain stuff have consequences. If you want to cut your hair, know there's going to be an awkward stage when you want to grow it out. And if you want to color your hair, remember, a couple years into coloring your hair won't love you anymore. It will start doing things that you don't want it to do. Should you tie your hair every night? Listen, I'm the type of person that can't be bothered. That's why I have me a satin pillowcase. So when I don't feel like tying my hair, which is all the time, I just sleep on Lucy. When I want to slick those edges down, I use a scarf. This is Jack. And when I want to preserve my curls or just make my curls last longer and not be too dry, this is a bonnet. Been through a lot. This is Scott. Sleeping on cotton pillowcases will dry out your hair, and we don't want that. So that's the reason behind sleeping on satin, silk, and not cotton, because cotton will dry your hair out. So if you didn't know that, that's why. Should you use heat, and how often? You can use as much heat as you want, and when you want, just know there might be a time where you will get heat damage, especially if you use it often, or even if you just use it once, because some people flat iron their hair like once a year, and that's the time where they get severe heat damage. So it's a gamble. There might be a consequence where you might get heat damage. Should you take pills? This is a yes and a no. Pills are just nutrients in a pill. You can just eat your food and have all the nutrients you need. But if you don't really eat healthy, or if you don't really eat, that's where pills can help. Like those hair growth pills, they're basically having the same ingredients as you would get from eating your food or eating a balanced diet. Fruits, vegetable, carbs. If you just research some of the ingredients in the pills and you research foods that having those same ingredients, that's basically what pills are. Nutrients that you can get from your food. Don't fall for, oh, use this product, it will grow your hair. I know you don't want to hear me say this again, but products do not grow your hair. You have to take care of your hair. Should you oil your scalp? You can, if you have like really dry scalp. Oiling your scalp, moisturize your scalp. If you have really dry scalp, when to detangle your hair. The purpose of detangling is to bring your hair back to being more manageable. Probably the only time I detangle my hair is in the shower, underwater with conditioner, or if I'm doing a style. So probably like once out of the week I will detangle my hair, and I have videos on how to detangle. Make sure you check the description box for certain videos. That is going to help you a lot more, because I'm not going into detail in every topic. When to moisturize your hair. So I personally moisturize my hair the same day as wash day. I personally don't moisturize my hair every day, because for me that's pointless. If you moisturize and make sure your hair is sealed in, make sure that moisture is sealed in your hair when you moisturize, then you don't have to moisturize daily. So if you try like a twist out or braid out or any curly style, that style should last you at least 2 to 3 days, and even if it's not popping after the 3rd day, then is when you can start doing different styles. You can do a ponytail, a bun. You don't have to wash your hair every time your style doesn't look like how it's supposed to. You can create another style. So I wore a wash and go for like 2 to 3 days, and then I would put my hair in a little ponytail, or then I would put my hair in a bun, but my hair is still moisturized. It isn't dry yet, it doesn't feel crunchy yet, so then I won't wash my hair, because it's pointless, because my hair is still moisturized. When you moisturize your hair, if you're just starting out, you can do your hair in sections. Whereas in, if I was to moisturize my hair right now, I wouldn't just grab a whole bunch of moisturizer and, you know, moisturize this. I would break my hair into sections, say 4 sections. I will do 1 go straight back, 1 come right over, and split those into smaller sections depending on how thick your hair is, so you can make it easier for you to detangle and moisturize. Sections help a lot. Back in the day I used to do some really small sections, but then I worked my way up onto doing bigger sections because it just got easier. Should you keep your hair stretched? So basically, my hair is in its curly state right now. My hair isn't stretched. You can stretch your hair by doing certain styles. A good style to stretch your hair is a braid out. Back in the day, I used to prefer to deal with my hair stretched. So right after I washed my hair, I would do braids with my shea butter, which is also a good product to stretch your hair, raw shea butter. And I used to deal with my hair stretched because it was so much easier for me than to deal with my curls. But now I learned to deal with my hair in its curly state, so that has gotten easier for me, so I don't stretch my hair as often anymore, because my hair gets dirty quicker when my hair is stretched. So almost every natural should at least own, this is a shower comb, and this is like a whitey comb. Don't use a rat tail comb to detangle your hair. Like, if you're gonna use combs to detangle your hair, use white teeth combs. For your edges, if you want to use a brush, you can use a boar bristle brush. Stay away from those super hard bristle brushes, especially if you want your edges, and especially if you don't want to rip your edges out. And for detangling, this is a very popular brush for natural hair. This is a Denman brush. I use this when I want to detangle my hair before I do certain styles, like a twist out and braid out. Sometimes my fingers won't get my hair smooth enough, so this brush is really awesome. Also, another thing, if you're gonna be using ponytail holders, stay away from ponytail holders that have metals on them, because those can snag your hair out and rip your hair out. Also, keep researching, keep watching other YouTubers. Every day won't be a good hair day. You just can't expect to get everything in just one go. It's a lot of trials, a lot of errors. You just have to keep at it and figure out what works for you. Take your time, love your hair for what it is, love the hair on your head. Don't expect your hair to look like anyone else's. It's on your head. You have all the time you need to master your own hair. In order to start a hair journey, you just have to start. And here's the biggest tip I can give you. Healthy hair is the easiest hair to manage. Once your hair is healthy, everything else becomes easier. The focus shouldn't be length first, it should be health. I hope this video helped you guys, because I'm tired. Ooh, all this talking. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.